Well, believe it or not, we are just a day away. We are literally like less than 24 hours away from the start of our third annual Christmas in July 24-hour live streamathon. So if you are there, say hello. I have a very special guest joining us today. She is a gold sponsor of the Christmas in July 24-hour live streamathon, Miss Barbara J. Beckley of Diamond Factor Network. Hello, Queen. How are you?
Are we pumped for Christmas in July or what?
Yes, we are. I'm like cranked. I'm already not sleeping. So I'm just prepared.
I know, because you give so much, Queen, so much. And I mean, we were just talking in the background. I think you have like what, 60 people now?
We are at 60 guests. 60. And we're done, peeps. Sorry. If you didn't get in this time, you missed out, because you can't message me like now and say, what do I got left, unless you want to come on at like, 3:34 in the morning. But yeah, 60 guests from around the globe that are joining us beginning tomorrow, which is it's humbling, it's exciting, and sometimes I still ask God,
Yes.
God, like, why me? What are you doing with me? And then I get emotional because it's awesome, and you are a part of it this year.
Yes, this is my first time being a part of it. Well, first of all, just meeting you in general has just blessed my whole life. So with that alone, even if this wasn't going on, if I didn't know about this, just being, connected to you, Queen, is just a blessing.
Thank you.
It's
And I
really-
can say the same. I can say the same. So queens recognize queens. We help each other straighten our crowns and carry the load, because it's the work that we do is not easy. So let's talk about the work that we do, because that is what we are doing here. As a gold sponsor, you have Diamond Factor Network, and people need to know about you and Diamond Factor Network. So share away.
Thank you so much. So one thing about Diamond Factor Network, it really connects with what the mission and vision that Elena does. I mean, I always tell people that you need to understand that you're worthy. You need to understand that you have a gift in you, and you need to understand, need to be visible. People need to see that, because you can be helping so many people, but if you're hidden and not seen, and you're kind of like, okay, I'm nervous, da 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 da. But you got that gift that's just like burning inside. I'm like, no, you gotta let it out. So that's what I do under the Diamond Factor Network. I make sure I bring people to video, to camera, to podcasts, just understanding, strategic ways of getting out there and just showing up in your awesomeness.
And it is so important because, like you said, you can do the work, and you can hustle, and you can grind, but if you are not seen, if people can't put their eyes on you or put their ears on your message, how much is it really helping other people?
Yeah. And I always say that your fear, if your passion and your gift doesn't override your fear, then you need to look at your passion again. You need to look at your purpose again. And I help people with that too, because it's like, if that's not driving you, because I used to be, just 14 years ago, I was the shyest person. I mean, I was shy. I wasn't talking. And only Lena, some people look at me like, what are you talking, Barbara? Really? Why are you lying? I'm like, no, I'm not. I can bring some people back in the past and let you know how shy I was. They didn't even know who I was in the corporation I was working, and I was there for 20 some years.
Wow.
So it took a manager to say, Barbara, you know what you're doing. You are wonderful with clients online. But guess what? No one here knows you. And I'm looking at her like, well, I come in every day. I'm sitting in this kitchen. I walk in the room. What is going on? What are you talking about? She's like, you don't speak. You don't talk to anybody. You just kind of just go to your cubicle, do your little thing, and leave. And that was my thing. And she was right. I mean, I basically just came in there, did my job, and just left. Yep. And she said, you have potential, Barbara. So you need to open up, and people need to see you and hear you. And that just triggered something in me. Mm-hmm. Said, okay, how many other, especially as women, are in that same boat, being shy, or just like don't know really what to say, or just feel uncomfortable, or somebody told them, you know what, you better not do that. You better stay where you're over here in the corner somewhere. I've been through all of that. So I said, oh, you know what? I said, I don't want nobody else feeling that way. And I know that there's so many gifts in a person for them not to be, hiding in the background or what have you. It's just nice that, I always say the angels around us showed us, like my manager, and she's seen the potential, and she's like, she pushed me.
Yeah.
And now I can't shut up. But anyway, that's a whole nother.
I love it. We've got Emilio on here, Daniela. Hello. And the funny thing that you say that is because if your passion and that purpose doesn't drive past that fear, just like you said, you're shy. People would crack up when I tell them I'm extremely introverted. I am a private introvert, shy, on a personal level. But you put me in my purpose, get out the way, and it happens. But on a personal, like going into places where I don't know people and I have to meet people, I'm extremely introverted. And so building a virtual platform was such a gift to me because I actually built my business during COVID shutdown from home. And it worked for me because I'm introverted. And now, over the years you grow, and Diamond Factor Network is an amazing platform to be a part of, to be able to get your message out, even if you're a little bit shy, even if, talking with people makes you nervous. And I'm honored to have my show on your network. So thank you for that.
Yes. Queen B right here. She is under my network. And that's what I do. I really work with people to get to that point. So it's not just, okay, let me throw, put a show together. I work through, we do strategy sessions. I counsel people. I have a membership now that I have a lot of content in there for people to really just work through to get to that point, because I know it takes time. Sometimes it's baby steps, and I'm here to, help you through those baby steps. So thank you, Lena, for being one of my wonderful shows under the network. And I just want to say too, because I know with time, I just want to also tell people that even if you're fearful, of something, dig deeper. Because even if you're in a crowd full of people, but you know that something is really burning, like say, oh, I gotta just, how you just be like, I gotta say it. Just say one word. Believe me, people will start striking up a conversation. You can say a few things or whatever, and they will start a conversation. So I just want people to be seen because you're worthy.
I love it. And we got Yada on here. Hello, Queen. And it is so important. I think about the work that we are doing here on the Streamathon. And if I hadn't taken pain that I had experienced, the funny thing is when people come in and they're like, oh, Christmas in July. And this is like, we're going to have so much fun. And it's so much hope and positivity. But people don't realize that the only reason it is here is because I became widowed on Christmas Eve. And so I love to be an example of taking pain to power to be able to push you into that purpose. And so by a platform that you offer to many people, there is such a reach that we can do through virtual, through camera, through shows, podcasts, all of it. And so, I've even had people say like, well, there's so many out there. Like, why would I want to just start one? Because you're unique, because your message is different. And you allow your network to display who we are individually. You don't make us conform to fit this box. You say, take your gift, take your message, put your stamp on it, and let's put it on Diamond Factor Network. And that's gold for people.
Yes. I wanted to say too, because just to go into, if it's okay to go, why I decided to go to Christmas in July with you. Well, first of all, because of you. Okay. Well, let's just put that out there first. That's like an automatic. Okay. They say yes all the time when Queen always asks me, or, she's doing something. But I resonated with this because I didn't lose a husband or widow, but I consider myself as, I'm going to put it right there, but I don't feel like an orphan anymore. But when my dad passed away, I was at the age of 7. I was 17 years old. And he wasn't taken away from a sickness or accident or anything. He was taken away because somebody decided to take his life. And that broke me at the age of 17 because he was my diamond. He was my, because he used to say I was a diamond in the rough and I was going to grow to be this wonderful diamond. So as you can see, that's what turned out to be the Diamond Factor Network, is I take it from there. You see how I took that pain, just like Queen Elena said, and I pushed it through into something that's going to be amazing for other individuals. So that's why I gravitate so much with a Christmas within July, because we have to give hope. We have to make sure that we are out there letting people know our stories and what we go through, because you never know who you're touching out there that might be saying, you know what, I'm alone, but they're not. Elena, she lost her husband. She's a widow. You're not alone. There's many women that go through that. Me, losing my dad, my parent. People lose parents in different ways. You are not alone. And that's why it's so important to have this.
Yeah. Thank you. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So when we come on tomorrow, we are starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. You want to get situated and check in just a few minutes early, because we got some things, getting us prepped and lined up. Hello, Teresa. Hey, Sakoni. We got some people tuning in, but we are kicking off tomorrow at 10 a.m. And between sponsors, we've got 30-minute slots, we've got 15-minute slots, and we are going round the clock. And it's by sponsors like you that are actually making this possible, because this is our 3rd annual and we have grown. So definitely tune in. Barbara, you're coming on. I don't have my sheet with me. I think at like midnight. I think you're on
11:30. Yeah.
11:30 your time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So guys, we are going to have the full lineup. Be sure to follow my page now, because it's going to be, here's how it's going to go down. Okay. And this is through Queen Barbara giving me the idea for growth. Did you all know Facebook cuts you off after like 8 hours? Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're doing something different. We are going to actually be streaming through YouTube, my YouTube channel that doesn't cut us off, but I'm going to be sharing YouTube to right here on my Facebook. But the other great thing about this is people not on Facebook can actually view also, like my mom. I already got my mom all set up on the TV because she can't wait to watch, but she's not a Facebook user. And so we are able to actually reach so many more people by just growing, learning, trying new things. And that's how it's going to happen tomorrow.
Awesome. We got to get it out there. Global. We're global.
Yes. So thank you so much to you, Barbara Queen, and to Diamond Factor Network. What do we got? Well, we got Teresa saying, love that. Pain to purpose and lived experience is so powerful. Actually going to hear Teresa's story too. Teresa joined us a few days ago. She's got something going on tomorrow, so we recorded her. We'll be able to play it. Like it's so awesome how everybody's able to just be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. So any last words, Ms. Barbara Queen, about Diamond Factor Network, about Streamathon, anything you want?
Well, okay. One thing real quickly, just Diamond Factor Network. If you are interested in just coming in and playing with me to make sure that you are visible in all the areas of your life, please let me know. Regarding Christmas in July, tune in. This is 24 hours. There's going to be so many different stories you're going to hear, and so many just a move. This is a movement. I'm just going to put it out there. I put it out there. This is a movement. 3rd year. Come on now, 60 people. Please support. Thank
you so much. So tune in, share, and we will see you tomorrow, folks, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. All right. Tell your friends. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.